Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here, welcome back to another My Hero Ultra Impact video. Alright, as you can see, man, I'm so close to rank 48. I've been grinding this game non-stop, alright? Doing the VE tower, doing some PvP. Just to give you guys a quick recap, basically right now, I've unlocked everything, alright? So Ultra Arena, VE tower. But today's video is not gonna be about those. Today's video is gonna be specifically about tier list. Now, when it comes to tier list, some people don't really care as much of why in terms of the rankings of certain characters whatsoever. Especially in this game, I don't think tier list matters as much as you would think, because you actually need to build a lot of characters. If you have unlocked VE Tower, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. Especially in VE Tower, you need 15 characters and 15 memories. So that's a lot of characters regardless. Even if you get some weaker ones like some URs, they are very low in tier, you might still want to consider building them regardless. But I've seen some tier lists circulating around before the game was being released. The game has been around in JP for quite some time, but we are actually now synced up already. So one of the most common tier lists that I see players share around is this particular one right here. So I do think that this tier list, I wouldn't say that it's not accurate, it's just a little bit dated. Alright, so as you can see, some of the characters, the rankings are a bit off, and if you guys are not aware, it's not the most up-to-date tier list. Alright, so with today's video, I hope that I can provide you guys with the most up-to-date tier list for 2022, currently in February, because we have the Nigeria included in the characters as well for the UR pool. So let's jump into it. So the most up-to-date tier list currently right now, as of February, based on what I found, is this particular one. It's also being posted on the Discord for MHUI a lot. So as you can see, Nigeria is definitely included here as well. Now, plenty of things that you need to take away from this tier list. Number one, like I mentioned, this is more of a general tier list. Obviously, when it comes to like PvP, when it comes to like PvE, or when it comes to certain stages of the game, some characters are just better than others. So take it with a grain of salt. This is going to be much more of a general case tier list overall. Like some characters are stronger in PvP for sure, but as you can see, let's look at the S tier, and plenty of these characters are just really strong and right up there in their own league. Alright, so we have this Todoroki, we have a Nigeria here as well, Shota Aizawa, we have a Kirishima right here, and of course the Endeavor as well, right? So plenty of the characters here, and on D tier you can see we have one of the Deku right here. So Deku has plenty of variations. He has like 6 different variations. Let me look at the website. There's this website that I'll leave a link to this website in the description below, which I've used to reference quite a lot of the characters. Now as you can see, boom, all the characters are listed here. Midoriya has like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 URs. He has like a red version, a yellow, a blue, a green, and a purple. Okay, that's pretty crazy. So the one at the bottom of the tier list, it seems to be the yellow variation. So this is the yellow variation right there. So in case you guys are wondering, just to give you guys an idea, I'll try to link the tier list in the description below as well. Why do I keep closing it? But just to give you guys an idea what makes a character strong or weak in most of these tier lists, it's usually not their stronger skill, which is their ultimate skill, but it's usually their passive skill. Now let me briefly explain, alright, just so you guys know, because based on my observations so far, looking at all these tier lists, I can sort of understand why certain characters are ranked certain way. So let's jump into some of the characters that we have, for example. So let's look at this girl right here. I got her recently from my pools. In fact, I just got her yesterday. Alright, this is the Suyu Asui. As you can see, the frog girl, she is right now in this tier list, one of the lower ones. I wouldn't say like extremely low, but she's like B tier, right? She's like right here, B tier. So why is she B tier? If we look at her skills, right here, you can see for the plus ultra move, which is the ultimate ability, so she deals 600% damage to a single opponent, and this is very generic across all characters. Most characters, they deal about 600%, 650% to opponent, and then they have a secondary effect. So medium chance of confusing the opponent for 2 turns decreases the opponent's speed by 20%, right? But usually it's not this skill that makes them bad, it's usually the passive skill. So as you can see, these 2 passive skills are very important. So for Suyu right here, increases plus ultra gauge of all ABL type allies by 20% when battle starts. Now as you can see, she will only work on a team filled with ABL characters. If you don't know what ABL is, I know it can be very confusing. So let me show you guys this chart right here. I will link this chart below in the description as well. Definitely big shout out to the Discord for posting all of this. So I don't think this was mentioned in the game, was it? But ABL meaning the blue type characters, right? STR will be the red type, INT is the green type, and then Mine and Destruction are both yellow and purple. So ABL in this case means the blue type characters. Now, that's not to say this is a bad ability, it's just not as flexible. She doesn't fit in like green teams, for example, because of this passive skill. And then increases characters' critical hit rate by 25% when camouflage, right? So compared to someone that's higher in the tier list, let's say Bakugo. Alright, if you look at his skill, we are observing these two skills, the auto skill, right? You can see Bakugo has a skill that's way more flexible and doesn't rely on the team as a whole. Increases character's power by 5% every time the character defeats an opponent. So he doesn't rely on the team, he just needs to beat an enemy. Increases character's power by 30% when HP is 50% or higher. So this is very easy to achieve. Alright, and then there's this increased character's power by 3% per turn. Now again, it doesn't rely on any other characters, it just relies on the number of turns that the battles are in. Also increase character speed by 25% when HP is 50% or higher. Now as you can see, when you have skills like that, it tends to be more flexible. So which is why characters like this tends to be higher in the tier list. So with that being said, hopefully you guys are aware why some characters are ranked higher, why some characters are ranked lower. It's not to say that the characters that are in the S tier are way stronger than the character in B or C tier. It's just that they are way more flexible in terms of the team composition. They tend to fit easier into a lot of other teams as well. So yeah, let's have a look at, for example, this Midoriya right here. Why is he in D tier? So we can try and debunk it and hopefully give you guys an idea. So like I mentioned, if you look at their plus ultra skill, it's always like inflict 600% damage to a single enemy. Pretty generic. But then he has this particular part where damage based on enemy speed. So the damage output is going to rely on how fast the enemy is. So I'm guessing that's why he's on a way lower tier. And then if you look at the auto skill, right, when HP is 50% or below, feel own plus ultra gauge by 50%. And it only activates once per battle. Now I can see this being good in a short-term battle, but if you are trying to go for example, let's say you're trying to fight in the event, right? Especially once you go to the very hard and ultra, the stage takes very long. You can't beat it in like 5 turns. You need like 10 turns and above. So you can see in situations like this, this particular yellow Midoriya suffers because this skill only activates once per battle. And also when HP is 50% or higher, increase own critical rate by 30%. That one is not too bad. So as you can see, most of the characters in S tier and A tier, these are really strong characters and I'll highly recommend you guys to build them. Now when it comes to B tier, it's gonna depend. Do you have plenty of UR characters? Now keep in mind this is a tier list for only the UR characters. And if you did get Nejire recently, she's definitely one of the better characters to try to obtain for green team. She's the best. Would highly advise to try to obtain her while you still can, while her banner is still here. Alright guys, so with that being said, hope you enjoyed the video, and if you guys have any questions regarding the game, let me know in the comment section below. I've been having a ton of fun with the game actually, thoroughly, really enjoying the game so far, and I hope you guys are as well. This is like by far one of the best games from Bandai Namco. I'm quite surprised with how good it is. Regardless, I'm out. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care. If you haven't already subscribed, give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.